Good evening, guys. So today's topic, what we will be doing. Thank you, Ernie. Good evening, guys. Okay. Uh, Now I'm good, Nikita. Thank you. I want you guys to understand the story of how consignment works, so that it's more easier with regards to the accounting. So I'll try telling it in a story. And if you guys can understand the whole part, consignment is easy, or else it gets little difficult. So I want you guys to understand more in terms of concept. And in between, I require a 5 minute break because I have another call to attend. So just listen to it. Let's say there is Rajiv, Kasak. Now let us try understanding what is consignment. Consignment is actually a process where Rajiv sends goods to Kasak. Kasak will sell on behalf of Rajiv. Okay. Rajiv is sending goods on consignment to what Kasak, and Kasak is going to be selling it on behalf of Rajiv to the customers. Kasak will collect money from the customers. Remember this, deduct all the expenses and then transfer it to Rajiv. Are you clear? Did you guys understand the flow? Hey, sorry, I had some urgent call. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, right. Now, what is that you need to understand here is here there is Rajiv, there is Kasak, and there is a customer. Who's selling goods to the customer? Who's selling goods to the customer? Kasak. But who's the original owner of the goods? Is Rajiv. Now, the customer is paying goods, paying to Kasak. Kasak is going to be in turn remitting to Rajiv after deducting Kasak's expense. But the total profit to Rajiv, guys, here the total profit to Rajiv will be whatever the customer pays minus Kasak's expense minus expense incurred by Rajiv. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now, what you need to understand is in a consignment account, each consignment, if you treat it as an individual entity. Now, when I say individual entity, what happens is, see, when goods are sent on consignment, you say consignment is the receiver, and from the consignment, you sell. In this consignment occurred, you record all the expenses incurred by Rajiv and incurred by Kasak, finally finding out the profit or loss. Are you guys clear? Now, why would Kasak agree to do it? Why would Kasak agree to do it? Kasak would agree to do it for a commission on the sale made. If goods do not get sold, who's responsible for it? Is it Kasak or is it Rajiv? It's just one sec. Hello. Ah. Guys, just 2 minutes by then. I want you to just read the theory with the example what I've told. Guys, just read the theory along with the example what I've told right now. I'll come and explain it to you guys. Just read this theory. Guys, sorry, extremely sorry I had. Hey, shall we start? Guys, shall we start? Now, see here, what is consignment? It's an account dealing with a situation where one person, who's this one person now? Rajiv sends goods to another person on the base that goods will be sold on behalf of and to the risk of the former. Okay. The party who sends the goods is called as principal, in this case, which is Rajiv. The person whom we send goods is called as agent, which is Kasak in this case. The ownership of the goods will remain with the consignor, which is Rajiv. The agent or the consignee does not become the owner even though they are in the possession. Are you guys clear? So the ownership directly from Rajiv will get transferred to the customer. Correct. Are you guys clear? Now, all of this are fine. One of a thing which gets a little complicated in a consignment account is basically, see, let's say, let's say Rajiv sends goods to Kasak. Kasak sells everything to the customer, no problem. We learned that Rajiv is the owner of the goods. Possession is with Kasak. Once sale is done to customer, the ownership and the possession gets transferred. So now let's say for an example, I send goods. End of the year, the goods are with Kasak. In whose book shall we record this? In whose book shall we record this? Correct? In the books of Rajiv. That means whatever entry you would have passed in the beginning, if goods gets unsold, we have to reverse it. Are you guys clear till now? Guys, just understand what is happening. After that, the journal entries are extremely easier. Are you guys clear till now? Now, sir, till here also it's fine. Where is the difficulty then? Where is the difficulty? Okay, guys. Now, see, when Rajiv is sent goods to Kasak, he can either send it at cost price or he can send it at cost plus profit. Where did I create to? I didn't come into any accounts, Jami. I don't know why are you guys coming into something and all. I'm only telling you the story now. Are you guys clear? Now, are you guys clear till now? Done? Now, guys, are you clear till now? Now, let us come back a little more and try understanding what all happens. Now, let's try considering this consignment as a separate project. Okay, let's consider consignment as a separate project. Now, whatever happens, income or expenses, let us keep it in the consignment account. Are you clear? Whatever happens, guys, I'm teaching a easier way of remembering this because in consignment happens very rarely in our lives. Until and unless you are dealing with some manufacturing company. Done. Now let us try now putting it across to the terminologies and let us try understanding how does this work. Shall we start now? Guys, now we are going to be starting off the entire chapter. The consigner or the principal sends goods to the agent, sends goods to the agent to sell it to the ultimate customer. This agent we call it as consignee. The ownership will remain with him when goods are sold. When the goods are given to the agent, only the possession is given, and the agent sells it to the customer. Then both possession and ownership is transferred. Whenever the goods are sent by the consignor to consignee, he sends something called as Proforma invoice, which will have all the particulars of the goods sent. Okay. Now, who's making the sale? Guys, who's making the sale? The sale is made by the consignee. So, the consignee, whatever expenses is incurring, whatever expenses is incurring, he will recover all the expenses from the consignor. Are you clear? Now, this is extremely important to understand why. Because our journal entries flow is purely based on the flow of transactions which happens. Okay. Now, once the agent sells the goods to the customer, the agent gets a commission on sale made. If the customer does not pay the money, who will bear the loss? Who will bear the loss? The correct. Now, where the consignor bears a loss and you're going to be paying the commission just on the sale, this is a normal commission. Then there is another commission called as other commission called as del credere commission. This commission is calculated on the total sales, and the difference between the first one and the second one is if there are any bad debts, the loss has to be borne by the consignee. Did you understand this? Till you're easy? Yeah, see, Rajiv, if I don't make the consignee responsible for the loss, I'll tell you what people do is they randomly start selling the goods without even looking into the credit of the customer. because you will get commission based on the sale, not based on the receipt. So you will start making sale randomly to people. Somebody going on the road, you will come and say, boss, buy the product. If you want, you pay the money. I am only concerned about my commission. Guys, one sec. Yeah, sorry guys, I had told everyone that my class is done on today. So yeah, I'll explain the commission part. Guys, listen to it. Now, guys, commission is the major one, so it's okay. Just try understanding it. A sends goods to B. B sells it for a commission. So once B sells, right? Whether, let's say, Mr. C pays money or not, B will be getting commission on the sale made. Are you clear? Are you guys clear? Okay. Now, see what B will do is he will not worry about the cash collection, because if bad debts happen, the bad debts are going to be borne by A. So what A will go and tell B is, see, I am paying you 2% commission. Instead of that, I'll pay you 5% commission. Okay. Is going to be paying what? 5% commission. So for more commission, what A will tell to B is, boss, you sell, you are anyway going to be getting a commission. If let's say any customer does not pay the money, I will reduce your commission. This kind of commission we call it as del credere commission. Are you clear? Got it? Now let's try understanding how the journal entries work, and like I told you, let's keep this. Let's try understanding in the books of consigner. We'll then come into the consignee thing. Sir, in case they say it's a del cadre commission, if customer does not pay, you will reduce the money from the consignee and then pay the money. In a normal commission, Kumar, the bad debts is going to be borne by the principal. In case of a normal commission, the loss of bad debt is going to be borne by the principal. In case of a del cadre commission, this is a new kind of a commission where what happens, the agent gets some more money, and all the if there are any bad debts, the agent has to bear it. I don't know how to I make it simpler, Sri Charan. In a normal commission, you will directly get the percentage of the sales value. Even in the del cadre commission, you'll get the same thing. But if there are any bad debts, the loss shall be borne by the agent. Done. Now guys, see here. We are gonna be doing accounting in the books of the okay. We are gonna be doing accounting in the books of consignor. Remember this. Let's keep make the consignment account as a person and let's try looking at how it works. When I say goods are sent on consignment, okay. Now what is happening here? Who's the receiver? Let's try treating this consignment as a person and try looking into accounting on that person. Goods are sent on consignment. Who's the receiver? Guys, I'm giving this consignment as a separate track. Okay. Whenever goods are sent on consignment, I know consignee receives it. But for me, guys, remember this. Guys, this is something, please remember it. Whenever goods are sent on consignment, I'll keep a separate account called as consignment to track all the income and expenses. Are you clear? Whenever goods are sent on consignment, I know that it's going to be received by consignee. But what I do is I keep a track under an account called as consignment account, which is going to keep a track of all my income and expenses. Now, let me try doing a comparison between a trading account and a consignment account. Okay. Now, here what do I write? Two purchases. Correct? Trading account, I record all my purchases here. Yes or no? Okay. In case of consignment, from where are you going to be receiving the goods? From where will you receive goods towards this consignment? Guys, see here. Guys, this trading account and consignment account are done by me itself. That is, let's say I'm the consignor. Now, what happens is, guys, I'm doing both the accounts in the books of principal only. So I want you guys to understand here what is happening. I have purchased goods for the purpose of trade. From this purchases, I'm going to be giving it to the consignment for the purpose of another guy to make on sale. If I would have made sale, it would have come on my sales account. But I am not making a sale. Somebody else, that is the consignment, is going to be making my sale. Are you clear? So what happens? My goods are going to be reduced from purchases and be transferred to the consignment account. Are you clear? right? Now the journal entry, what we write whenever Jami, from my purchases, the goods are going to go down and it will be sent to the consigner. Sorry, consignee, that is the agent for the purpose of making a sale. Now, what you need to understand here is when goods are sent to track, because as a company I would be doing too many consignments, I'll write consignment account, or consignment in the bracket I will write Kasak account debit, because they are the ones receiving the goods, to goods sent on consignment. Are you clear? To goods sent on consignment. Are you clear, Nikita? So goods sent on consignment will get reduced from my purchases in my trading account, because the goods which I have purchased for the purpose of sale, I am not selling it, I shall be selling it to the other party. Are you guys clear? So in my consignment account, if I have to write here, it will be are you guys clear? uh Practically you can write, but not recommended, Ashish, because from your purchase, when you're reducing it, you have to know why are you reducing it. And when you write it as goods sent on consignment, I know that boss, my goods have gone for the purpose of consignment. That's the reason I try putting it across their name. Why debit the receiver, sir? Consignment account is the one which is receiving the goods. Okay. Then next one. Okay. This one, did you understand? Now what happens is, once you send goods to the consignee or the agent, he will pay advance to the principal. What will be the journal entry? He'll be sending an advance money to the principal. What will be the journal entry? Cash to consignee. Perfect. Because you are How, Nikita? You are receiving the money, not paying the money. Sricharan, what if you run away with a good, sir? I need some security, no, sir. You will take your own sweet time to sell. How? Guys, we are doing accounting in the books of the consigner. Please remember this. We are doing all the accounting in the books of consigner. So, consigner, what is happening there? He is getting cash from consignee. Are you guys clear? Cash to consignee account. Are you clear? Rishabh will talk about the consignment, what benefit, what it is a little later, sir. He'll be making money, sir. If you keep thinking on it, there will never be a distributor network, sir. And I can't now go back to the business studies, sir. We'll talk a little later. Why, what, and other things we'll do in one of the sessions, sir. Right now, let's just complete it. This topic is little big. Till here, are you guys fine? Now, the next part. Now, in the consignment, you have now, guys, you need to understand the consignee account, how it will work. Guys, here, I want you guys to understand. He will pay you an advance. When he sells, he will receive the money. He will reduce the expenses. Then he will pay you back the balance. That's all it's gonna happen. Because he is not responsible for the goods or other things. He will pay you an advance with a condition that when he makes a sale and receives the money, he will reduce those expenses and pay you the balance money. Are you clear? And in the consignment account, it works like a trading account. You have your goods received, here goods sold, okay, then expenses, finally you will end up getting the profit. Expenses will be both consigner and consignee. If you guys want, write this down somewhere. If you know this properly, journal entries are extremely easy in consignment account. I'll give you guys 2 minutes somewhere, just write this down. What the Amrit? Knee accounting once again consignee. Guys, till here are you fine? Now, with this as a logic, let us try understanding the flow of entries, guys. Just first understand, I'm explaining it again. See here. Guys, goods sent on consignment. What's the journal entry? This I'll write it as Kasak. Goods sent on consignment. What's the journal entry? Consignment account debit. Guys, please remember we are doing all the accounting in the books of consigner. We are doing all the accounting in the books of what? Consigner. So please remember this. I'm randomly taking some values. So, okay. First entry done. Second one. Consignee paid 10,000 advance. Consignee paid how much advance? 10,000 advance. What will be the journal entry? Cash to consignee. So by cash, let's say 10,000. Are you clear? Are you guys clear? Now, third point, I said advance paid. Shravani. Third question, the consignee incurred an expense of 3,000. Consignee incurred an expense of 3,000. What will be the journal entry? Let's say consignee incurred advertisement of 3,000. What's the journal entry? Consignee is incurring. What do you think is going to be the journal entry? Okay. Who's incurring the expenses? Who's incurring the expenses? The expenses are incurred by consignee. And what is this expenses related to? These expenses related to my consignment. Now, will if a consignee incurs this expense, for me as a consigner, does it affect my profit? Does it affect my profit? Correct. So for me, it is my expense. But did I pay cash? The answer is no. I have to pay cash. I have to pay cash to consignee because consignee paid cash. So it's an expense to me. Guys, here consignment account debit. I'll write it as to consignee account because we know we have to debit all my expenses, and I told you this is like my trading account. Consignee account, let's say I'm incurring 3000. And see, I've already paid him 10,000 as an advance. So, what will be the journal entry? From the money I'm going to be getting in, will I reduce this 3000 and give, or will I pay him additionally 3000 for the consignee? Think from a consignee per se. What does he say? Will he say, no, 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 I'll pay you additionally 3000, or will he say, boss, when the money comes in, this also I'm going to reduce and pay? What is going to happen? Reduce from what you have got, right? So in consignee account, it will become by consignment 3000. Are you clear? Are you guys clear? So from the advance, you're going to add more because finally when you get the money, you're going to reduce the advance, reduce the expense and pay to you. Are you clear till now? Now next one. Let's say what happens end of the year, the consignee sends something called as an account sales to the consigner telling the details of the goods sold. Sir, expenses incurred by consignee, the consigner has to pay, so it's a liability. Consignee has to be credited. The expenses are incurred for the purpose of consignment. So the journal entry is consignment account debited to consignee account. That only I posted in the ledger. Now, end of every year, the consignee, that is Kasak, is going to be sending something called as an account sales to the consigner, providing details about all the sales made. Are you clear? Now, what do you think is going to be the journal entry? What do you think is the journal entry? Account sales is a statement, sir. He's sending one statement saying that, boss, this is the number of sales I've done in a year. Harini, in the consigner book, how will his name come, Harini? Guys, see here, when consignee sells goods on your behalf, guys, everyone just use your logic. I don't know why are you guys not thinking on it. When, okay, let's say Rachita is my consignee, that is an agent. If Rachita sells the goods I've sent to her, is she an asset to me or a liability to me? I've sent goods to Rachita. Rachita has sold it. My question is Rachita an asset or a liability to me? Okay. So Rachita is a consignee, right? And Rachita is an asset. Asset should be debited or credited. Asset should be debited or credited. Any purchase or sale or expenses, I'm going to be putting it into the consignment account. So the journal entry becomes, if you are getting confused with it, Rachita account debit to consignment account. Are you clear? Now, in the consignment account, I told you it's like a trading account. So my sales will come here by consignee, let's say 40,000. And in the consignment account, I will get two consignment 40,000. Now, if you guys just understand the consignee account, boss, I sold goods worth 40. I have commission. I have some expenses. Balance is the money I will transfer. Are you guys clear? Account sales means the statement which tells me whatever sales have been done. So from that I will record that this is the money I have to receive from consignee. Now next one, consignment, right? Okay, guys, next question. Now look into it. What happens if there is a commission? Let's say commission is 1000 rupees. How do you record this journal entry? If there is a commission of 1000, how do you record it in the journal entry? Sri Charan, you are right. When there is a commission, guys, in the consignment account, there is nothing called expenses or other things. It is like who's incurring to whom I've you to reimburse. The expenses are incurred by consignee. All my income and expenses are gonna come to the consignment account. So it will become to consignee account. Now in the consignee account, I will again write it as by consignment 1000. Are you clear? Now if you see the statement, can you tell me how much money should the consignee receive from the consignee? That was 3000 expense. Chirag, I have put it here, no? If there are any expenses incurred by the consignee, the journal entry becomes consignment to consignee account 3000 rupees. Now tell me how much money should the consignor be paying it to the consignee? See, guys, consignee, he sold goods for 40. He has already paid advance of 10. He has incurred an expense of 4000. So the balance, whatever is there, 26,000, he will be paying to consignor. Are you clear? Guys, please don't try learning it as an accounting. You will end up messing it up in the exam. Just understand the consignee. Boss, I have sold goods worth 40 for you. Out of that 40 I have sold, right? I am giving you, I have already given you 10,000 advance. Since I've already given you 10,000 advance, the balance money, I have to reduce my expenses. My expense is what? 4,000. So how much should I remit you? 26. Now guys, with this as a base, we'll try understanding the journal entries first and then go in further. I'll give you guys 2 minutes, read the question and just start writing down whatever entries you think is right. Guys, read this question. Guys, 2 minutes. Guys, done reading the question? Shall we start? First one, let's try understanding in the container, and I want you guys to understand the flow, what is happening. Guys, please just go with the flow, what I'm saying. It becomes easier. Even in the exam, even if you don't study, you just watch this video from now on and go in, you should be able to score 5 marks out of the 8 marks question. So let's try looking into it. First one, X sent goods on 1st July to Y costing 50,000 and spent 1,000 on packaging, etc. Who's spending money on packaging? First question, who's spending money on packaging? Is it the consignor or the consignee? It's the consignor, which is Mr. X. Now, if X has sent goods and is incurring 1,000 on packaging, Now tell me what should be your journal entry? What should be your journal entry? No, no, I'm only talking of packaging, Rishabh. We'll come back to that 51 and other things later. Correct? It will not be packaging to bank, rather it will be consignment to bank, because this packaging, I told you, any expense on the consignment, guys, remember this, any expense of consignment will be debited to consignment account. Are you all clear? How, Sri Charan? Money is going in goods, Salah sir. It's not the goods which are going. For everything, one entry, you know. Are you guys clear? Remember this logic, it will help you guys in the exam. Any expense or income on the consignment, the journal entry becomes consignment to bank account. Clear? So the first journal entry is going to be for goods sent 1/7/2016. The journal entry will be consignment. In the bracket, I can write it as Y account debit. Are you clear? Done. For the remaining 1000 of packaging goods, the journal entry becomes consignment to bank. So in the other side, what I do for my purpose, I'll make my ledger account also called consignment Y account. Here I'll write two goods 50,000, two bank 1,000. Are you clear? Yeah, in narration, Kamal, just for narration, see the study material. I'm not trying to waste too much of time on the narration. In narration, you can write whatever you want, as long as it makes sense to the journal entry. Guys, next. Now see here, on third, Y received goods and sent his acceptance to X for 30,000 payable after 3 months. What is this? Sent his acceptance to X, 30,000 payable. What is this whole part? Perfect. It's a bill of exchange, because who's drawing the bill of exchange now? Correct, it's an advance, but the advance instead of giving it cash is giving it a bills receivable. Nice, at least you guys were attentive yesterday. So, what is going to be the journal entry for that? On 3rd, 7th, if it would have been cash, it would have been cash to Y, but here it is bills receivable. Are you clear? Superb. Y spent 2000 on freight and cartage. What's going to be the journal entry? Sorry, on the other side, for my understanding, because I like ledger account, so I'll make Y account. Y paid bills receivable, so I'll write it as by bills receivable 30,000. Chirag, you can write, sir. But consignee, when you're learning as a student, you get confused. I can do it now because I've done this again and again, but as a student, I had a terrible time on this chapter. Guys, what's going to be the journal entry? Y spent 2000 on freight and cartage, 500 on go down, 300 on insurance. Sri Charan, you are wrong. I guess. Guys, what's going to be your journal entry? Thank you, Sabrish. So, it is going to be consignment to consignee, which is Y in this case. Now, guys, wait. Everyone, I want you guys to understand a bit what is happening here. Are you clear? It doesn't matter, Rishabh. Because I told you under consignment we don't write any names or other things. Okay. Now you are getting your account sales date on what? 31st December. When did he draw a bill? For how many months? 3 months. Correct? From 3rd July 2016. What is going to be my 3 months period? Sorry, July, no, 10th, sorry. Are you clear? So on 7th, what's the journal entry for bill getting honored? Yesterday we have done this. What's the journal entry if the bill gets honored on the due date? Thank you. Are you guys clear? Done. Now let's come to the next part. He sent an accounts sales saying that 4/5 of the goods have been sold for 55,000. Madam, all the entries are coming in the books of consignor only, madam. Because consignor has to pay back to the consignee, madam. Guys, what is the journal entry for sales? What is the journal entry for sales made? Y2. So here by Y, here it will become to consignment. Are you clear? Are you guys clear? Till here, are you guys fine? Now next one. Y is entitled a commission of 10%. What will be the journal entry for it? Y is entitled for a commission of 10%. What will be the journal entry for it? Consignment to consignee, which is my Y. How much is the amount? 5,500. And in Y's account, I will be writing, I have two expenses, that is by consignment 2,800, by consignment 5,500. So here, are you clear? One of the customer turned insolvent and could not pay 600 due from him. One of the customer turned insolvent and he could not pay the money due to him. What is going to be the journal entry now? Customer turned insolvent. Perfect. Consignment. Are you clear? Nothing given, Chirag. It is assumed that the loss has to be borne by the consignee. Nothing given. We assume that the loss has to be borne by the consignee. That's why it has to come in the consignee's account. Sir, sale entry, obviously you have to collect money from him, no sir? Because the money has to be collected by the consignee and given it to you, no sir? So obviously the consignee is liable to pay for you. Mr. Chirag. I have passed here, no Chirag, for the sales. Oh, sorry, I missed out. Guys, there are only two more entries. After that, I'll give you a break. Done till here? Now show the necessary journal entries and also prepare the accounts. Now, see here. If I look into Y's account, how much money more he has to pay for you? how much money he has to pay you guys more? If I look into why, 55 minus 30, blah 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 blah. I think he has to pay you guys 16,100. So it will become by bank. Guys, the way I remember for all my exams is like this. See, I've made sales of 55. I've already paid 30,000 advance. I incurred 2,500. My commission is this. There is a bad debt which I have taken. So I have to be remitting 16,100 back. So bank account debit to Y account. Are you guys clear? Done. My next part is I have to find the profit on consignment. Guys, if I have to try finding out the profit on consignment, guys, is the Y account clear for everyone? I'll delete it so that it becomes easier for you guys to understand next. Can I delete it? Okay. Guys, now everyone, let's try comparing this consignment account with my trading account. Okay. Now if I do this as a trading account and try comparing this, see here, let's just check whether all the things have come in. In trading account, you should have an opening stock. In this question, there is no opening stock, so that is taken care. Purchases, yes, I have received goods 51,000. Then my sales 55. Then I have expenses, which is some random value 3,400 and 5,500. Correct? Yes or no? My now question is, did I sell all the goods? The answer is no. I have only sold 4/5 of the goods. Yes or no? Yes. Now, how do I calculate the value of closing stock is the question. See the part. The value of closing stock is gonna be all the cost incurred till it reaches the consignee. Remember this. The value of the goods is going to be all the cost incurred till it reaches the consignee and does not include finance or administration cost, storage cost, also any abnormal losses. Remember this or write it down anywhere. The cost of the goods will always be what? Now, in this question, let us try understanding what are the costs which are incurred before it reaches the consignee. What was the goods value? 50,000. How much was spent on packaging? 1,000. Then you had freight, I think was 2,000. Then you had insurance, which is 300. You had go down rent, 500. Then you had bad debts, 600. Then you had a commission of 5,500. Now, out of all of these expenses, which are the expenses which has to be considered? Let's go one by one. Should you consider the value of the goods? The answer is yes. Packaging, yes. Freight, yes. Insurance, no. Go down is for storing, no. Bad debts, no. Commission, no. So only these are going to be considered for the purpose of valuing inventory. Are you clear? So how much is it? 53,000 is the value of the total goods, right? Out of 53,000, he has sold 4/5. That means he's left with what? 1/5. What is the value of that? Right? So you will be writing it here as closing stock. So instead of writing it as closing stock, I'll write it as buy inventories on consignment, 10,600. Are you clear? So if I have to write it as a journal entry, it will be inventories are you clear? Now find out the profit or loss. That will go to profit and loss account. Did you understand this? Now, guys, in the exam too, I would always prefer it to go from a ledger to this one, because you have to anyway do ledger to find out this amount and the closing balance amount. So the profit and loss journal entry, if you look into it, is consignment account debit. Are you all clear? Guys, are you all clear? Last one, what you need to do is, in the end of the year, I told you whenever you are sending goods on consignment, right? It gets reduced from the purchases. Therefore, you should be passing an entry as this: goods sent on consignment to trading account 50,000 and 50,000 to close the first entry what I have passed. This is the end of the year entry. This is not mandatory, but if it's recommended, if you can write this. Done? Done? Guys, it is 6:20 now. What I want you guys to do is, uh, at 6:40, right? I'll give you guys 20 minutes. I want you guys to read this topic, valuation of inventories. Read about the commission. What happens in case of loss of goods, return of goods. This will come back later, right? You guys get 20 minutes. 10 minutes is your break, 10 minutes is your reading time. Just read through it. We'll be starting off doing illustration number 2, 3 and 4. Done? So see you guys in some time. Guys, shall we start the second one? Guys, shall we start? Now, the new term you need to understand before we go in anything further is known as overriding commission. It's known as what? Overriding commission. Are you clear? So, what is this overriding commission? See, let's say for an example, you are promised a 10% commission. Let's say you made 1 lakh sale. How much you would get? How much will you get? 10,000 rupees. Now, to encourage the agents to make more sale, what he says is, let's say if you cross 1,50,000, I'll pay you additional 5% commission. That is over and above my normal commission of 10, I'll pay you additionally a 5% commission if you cross 1,50,000. This commission over and above my normal commission is called as overriding commission. Are you guys clear? Guys, are you clear? Now, let's try looking into this question. Second question. X sent goods on 50,000 spent on packing. Y receive goods acceptance 30,000. The same question in the books of Consignee. Shall we start? That's all, Harini, is the journal entry in the books of consigner. Hey, shall we start the next?
Sorry, I can't.
Because you have to pay to consignee Noma, Harini. I told you all the expenses here is gonna be named under one consignment. If guys, I'll tell you a simpler way of remembering it. See here, if let's say expenses are incurred by the consigner, by the consignee, if it's expenses incurred by the consigner, you will then write it as cash, bank, or other things. So the journal entry becomes consignment account debited to this one. Santosh, we are doing accounts in the books of consignor, sir. So for me, consignment is an expense, no, sir. And any expense, guys, see here. See, all my income or expenses will come under one account called as consignment account. If expenses are incurred by consigner, then it will be consigned to cash or bank, because in my accounts cash is going out. If it is to be paid by the consignee, then to consignee account. Sir, Santosh sir, when I do consignment to consignee, my next entry will become consignee to bank, no sir, because I have to pay that expense, no sir. So what's the doubt, sir? Harini madam. Guys, let's start the first entry. First one. What will be the journal entry in the books of consignee? Now, guys, you need to understand there was, when I did two ledgers, I did one ledger called consignment ledger, other ledger called consignee ledger, correct? Only the consignee ledger will come in the consignee's books. So, when goods were sent to the consigner, goods are sent by the consigner to consignee, what was the journal entry? Consignment to goods sent. So there is no consignee involved. So in the books of consignee, there won't be any journal entry. When I say consignee, I'm talking of vice account. Second one, on third, Y received goods and sent his acceptance payable after 3 months. What's the journal entry which I wrote in the books of consignor? What was the journal entry I wrote in the books of consignor? The books of consignor, the journal entry was bills receivable to consignee in the books of consigner. What will be the journal entry in the books of perfect, Rishabh? X to bills payable. So in books of consignee, it will become X to bills payable. Done. Next one. Why spend 2,800 on freight, cartage, 500 on rent, 300 on insurance? What's going to be the journal entry? Here I wrote it as what? Consignment to Y. Correct? But for the consigner, what will be the journal entry? Rishabh, see the word. Perfect, Sanjeevni. See, the journal entry would have been now a lot of them get confused saying, sir, why did you write X? This 2,800 expense was incurred for the purpose of Y or purpose of X? These were all incurred for the purpose of X, which was my consignment. That's why X has to reimburse it. That's why it is X2 bank account. Next one. 4/5 of the goods have been sold for 55,000. What's the journal entry? Now before, guys, see here, before December, I have to make sure that the bills payable is cleared because this falls on 10th, sorry, 7th October. So what's the journal entry for bills payable? Because the bill, again I told you, was on 3rd. What's going to be the journal entry? Bills payable. Are you guys clear? Now let's come to the next one. What's going to be the journal entry here? Guys, please remember, for Mr. Y, there is no consignment account, there is only Mr. X. Whatever they are doing is on behalf of X. So he is collecting the money on behalf of X here. So money is coming into Y's account. Bank account debit. To X account. So remember this, guys. The reason I did was, in Y's account there won't be any consignment. There'll only be consigner for all the things. Are you clear? Next one. Y is entitled to a commission of 10%. What will be the journal entry? Correct. X account debit to commission. Because commission is an income for Mr. Y. Are you guys clear? Done. Last one. There is a bad debt. What is the journal entry for bad debt? Bad debts to debtors. Correct? But this expense is for whom? X, right? X to debtors account. Are you clear? Are you guys clear? Trade receivables or debtors, anything is fine. Last one. How much should X pay Y? So Y will be receiving in the end 16,100. What's the journal entry for it? Guys, are you clear? Guys, shall we do the third question? Kumar, the journal entries bad debts to debtors. Is this bad debts of X or Y? Is this bad debts of X or Y? X, right? So you'll be writing X to debtors. If it was Y, you would have written it as same bad debts as debtors. That's all. Sorry. Uh, Guys, the last entry, sorry. The last entry, Y has to pay 16,100 to X. Thanks, Lavanya. Y has to pay 16,100 to X. So the journal entry becomes X to bank. Thanks, Lavanya. Sorry, I just missed it out. Okay, guys. Now this one directly, let's do the account. See here. Guys, done reading the question? Done. Let's start. A sent on consignment goods valued 1 lakh to B of Mumbai on 1st January. He incurred 12,000 rupees on freight and insurance. What's the journal entry? So if I have to put it in the ledger account, how does it look? In the consignment, I'll put it as Agra. So 1/3/2016 goods sent on consignment. Sorry, 1 lakh. Then to bank 12,000. Yes or no? Then A's accounting year closes on 31st December. B was entitled to a commission of 5% on the gross sales plus Del Cadre commission of 3%. That means totally we would be getting what? 8% commission. B took the delivery of the goods by incurring an expenses of 3,000. What's the journal entry for that 3,000? To B's account 3,000. Now, B informed on the phone that he had sold all the goods for 1,50,000 by incurring a selling expense of 2,000. What's the journal entry for this one? By B, sorry, to B 2,000. Here, by B's account. Any doubt in this? Guys, any doubt in this? Now, on this total sale of 1,50,000, he will be getting two commission. One is the normal commission of 5%, another one Del Cadre commission of 3%. So total he'll be getting 8%. 5% will be 7,500, 3% will be 4,500. So B will be getting a commission of 8,000. What's the journal entry for this? For getting commission? Sorry. Are you guys clear? Then he informed that only 1,80,000 has been realized and the rest was to be considered irrecoverable and would be sending a check in a day or so. So the amount due along with the account sales. Now it is Del Cadre commission. Will the consigner bear the bad debt, yes or no, or will it be borne by the consignee? Guys, this is a del cadre commission. Will the expenses, bad debts be borne by the consigner or the consignee? So will it affect the consignment account? It's borne by the consignee, yes. Will it affect the consignment account? Guys, understand? The answer is no. Why? Because in the total commission, that bad debts is already taken into consideration. Therefore, consignment account does not get affected. Superb. So this I don't have to worry. We'll see later. A received a check for B from for the amount due from B and incurred a bank charges of 260 for collecting it. Now, who should bear this bank charges? Guys, who should be bearing this bank charges? Guys, who's bearing the bank charges? Read the statement carefully. If A is bearing the bank charges, what would be the journal entry? How B, Rishabh? Guys, read here. A received the check from the amount and incurred bank charges. That means what? Who's incurring it? I'll have to send you guys for English class now. So, either you can directly write it as consignment to bank charges 260. Are you clear? Amrut, first record the expense and then put it into the bank if possible, or else you can write it to bank also, that's fine. Finally, find out the profit or loss. Guys, is it easy now? Compared to the first question, now are you finding it easy? Now, if you see B's account, simple. By consignment, you will write all the expenses what he had, that is clearance expenses of Kumar, it's a del cadre commission, Kumar. So I told you, in case of a del cadre commission, what happens? In case of a del cadre commission, the commission is inclusive of bad debt. So the bad debt risk is with the consignee. In the first question what we did, it was a normal commission. So the bad debts has to be paid by X in that question. Here, since they have clearly said it's a del credere commission, that means the loss of the bad debt will not be borne by the consignor. Sir, that's why if you see, they have given him total commission of 5 plus 3. The total commission is 8%. Normally you would have got 5. They increased it to 8 and said, boss, bad debts you only take care. I am not going to be in charge of bad debts. That's why it became 8%. Correct, Pujita? Are you guys clear? Now, in case of B, see here. Now, I was actually expecting you guys to ask, sir, you did not take the closing stock here. Why? I did not take the closing stock because see here, it says all the goods are sold. Guys, now everyone do the B's book. See, wherever B is, I'll bring down here. By clearance expense, by selling expense, by commission 12,000. He has to pay to consignment 1,50,000. So the shortage Now you might be asking a question, sir, why did you write the buy balance brought down? Is, guys, see here little carefully. Everyone see here carefully. So you are receiving the money next year, not this year. That's why I'm writing it as buy balance carried down. Are you clear? Are you guys clear? So next year you'll be paying in the bank account on 5th. You'll be receiving the money 1,33,000. Bank to B's account 1,33,000. But there are bank charges. This is not important for your exam. I'm just doing it on Jan 5th. So final balance received is 132,740. Guys, not required, so don't break your head. Guys, this question. Guys, I'll do it little faster so that you guys just run through it. Shall I start? In the consignment account, I'll do both the things parallelly so everyone look into it. Mr. Consignment in the books of A is what I'm doing. Mr. A of Assam sent 18th Feb a consignment of 1000 DVD players to B, costing 100 each. So cost of consignment is what? 100 into 1000, 1 lakh rupees. So on 18th Feb, two goods sent on consignment. Guys, I'm just writing it in short form so that we do more questions. Expenses of B were met by consigner. Consigner is Mr. A. So to cash account, B spent 3,000 for clearance and selling expenses, and selling expenses were 20 per DVD player. So first thing I'll write 2B clearance expense 3,000. To find the selling expense, I have to know how many units were sold. B sold 600. and 300. So buy B, that is on 15th March and on 20th May. Buy B 600 into 160, that is 96,000, and buy B 300 into 170, which is 51,000. Correct? Then 2B, he has sold 800 units into 2. Sorry, 900 units into 2,000. Sorry, into 20, 18,000 rupees. Till here, does anyone have any doubt? Madam, they are saying selling expenses were 20 per DVD player. They are selling 600 plus 300. So total 900 DVD players. 900 DVD players into 20 rupees is what? 18,000, no Kasak? Now comes the drama of commission. Now what are they saying with the commissions here? B is entitled to a commission. This journal entry itself is 2 marks, so everyone see here. B is entitled to a commission of 25 per DVD player. That means, can I say his commission is 900 into 25? Correct? He has sold 900 units. Guys, now full on English. If you guys can understand, good, or I'll try making it easier. Let's see. Uh, Plus 1/4 of the amount by which gross sale proceeds exceeds less total commission thereon exceed a sum calculated at 125 per unit. Did you understand anything? He is getting first 25 per unit plus 1/4 of the amount by which gross sale proceeds less commission thereon exceeded calculated at a sum of 125 per unit. As a student, if I see in the exam, heart attack. Correct, no? Now I'll try making it simpler. Guys, everyone see here. 1/4 of gross sale proceeds. What is the gross sale proceeds? Add up these two. 1 lakh 47. 1 lakh 47,000. Are you clear? Minus minus the commission amount. Do you know the commission amount? The answer is no. Minus whatever is the sales at 125 rupees. So indirectly what they're telling is, boss, whatever your sale value is, reduce the commission what you have got. This net value compare with how much you would have got sales at 125 rupees per unit. Okay. On this, I need a 1/4 commission. Did you understand this? Should I repeat this again? Guys, read here. Again, I'm saying B is entitled to a commission of 25 per DVD player. So he is getting a commission of 25 per DVD player plus 1/4 of total sale proceeds. Total sales proceeds is what? 1 lakh. 47,000 minus is commission. Do you know is commission? The answer is no. So I'll put it as X. Minus, he's saying, guys, this is called as overriding commission. He's telling, boss, if you are getting selling any unit for more than 125 rupees, you shall take a commission. So I am reducing 900 into 125. Are you clear? That's all English I know. Sir, see here, boss. You are selling here at 160 rupees. Correct? I'm just taking one example. You are selling here at 160 rupees. In that, you reduce the commission. You reduce 125 rupees. Whatever the money is exceeding, on that you pay 1/4 extra commission for me. Are you clear? right? So now let us start for solve for x and x. Let us solve for x. X is equal to 22,500 we put it there, 4x minus will become plus x. Oh, that is why it is 2 marks. So the commission amount totally is 24,900. Are you guys clear? Guys, done? Now next one, B send the amount due. But in this question, guys, see here, the next 2 marks for the question is for this. How many units did he send? How many units did he sell? Therefore, how much is my closing stock? Now, for closing stock, which are the expenses I should be taking? 1, 2, 3. Selling and commission won't be considered. Yes or no? I gave you the definition. Selling, that will be 1 lakh, 3,000 and 1,500. Are you guys clear in this? I should be only taking these 3 because these are the only 3 expenses which are incurred before it reaches the consignor's place. And I told you selling and distribution expenses are never part of the cost of inventory. Chirag, this is cost of 1,000 units. I have to find out 100 units which are left. That's why I multiply by 100 and divide by 1,000. Guys, are you clear? Yeah. Guys, this illustration number 5 is your homework. Kumar, I have 4 more questions to do and another topic, so I think we'll have a class tomorrow. Guys, we'll do one more question so that tomorrow we complete the chapter and do those smaller chapters which are all like half an hour each. The ones who have midsem exams, guys, tomorrow you can skip your class and whatever you guys have a doubt on, I'll be coming every Saturday for you guys to do those questions so we can do it on that. Is that fine, Kusma? Yeah. What test, Rajiv? Guys, I've completed honestly asking your 100 marks of the paper. What I'm doing is all these questions which comes optional so that you guys in the exam if you miss out on one of the subjects you can do it. Rajiv, that's why I'm doing it on YouTube so that you guys can watch it later whenever you do have time. With whatever I've done till today, if you have understood everything, you should be able to score 90 plus, Raju. Hey, we won't be doing a class no matter what, maximum tomorrow, or if tomorrow it stretches because of you guys going slow, then maybe we might have to stretch it for another day. But no matter what, today I wanted to complete it off. You guys were going extremely slow compared to your regular pace, and we only did 4 questions in 4 hours. Yeah. So guys, tomorrow do your illustration 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll run through all the questions 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll be doing this invoice pricing method. 2 questions. After that, these chapters, if you see average due date and all, it's only like two pages. Each chapter is only two pages, so we'll be covering this up. So we should be done with accounting tomorrow. Hopefully, if you guys are done doing all the questions by it. The ones who are missing it, guys, you can drop a message in the group. I'll explain you when we can sit across for the doubts. Even Kusma, your inventory is pending. I do agree. So we'll do all of those. Right, the November guys, you anyway attend, nothing to lose. Sorry, the May guys, nothing to lose, so you guys attend for the next 2 days. Right, so see you guys tomorrow then. Bye bye. Yeah, Meda, these are all like only 4 entries, Meda. You get question once in 5 attempts. Okay, thank you guys.